Hey friends, it's Miss Johns, and I wanted to share some books with you guys today. And so I'm going to do a few read alouds. And I know we were reading the Where the Red Fern Grows, but I know that there's only 3 weeks left of school, and I know we won't get to finish it. So I do encourage you, if you want to finish that book, you can look it up at the library, or you can buy it online. It's called Where the Red Fern Grows. And you can ask me too, and I can send you links if you would like to purchase that book. But unfortunately, we just didn't have time to finish it this school year. But I am going to do some smaller books that I'm going to read to you guys, picture books. And the first one is one of my favorites from when I was little. It's called The Paper Bag Princess. Okay, and it's by Robert Munsch. Here we go. It says, To Elizabeth. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Which way should I go? This way. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. And you guys may have seen a lot of people dressing up as Elizabeth for Halloween, where she looks like this. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. She does not look happy. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge, deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds?" "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again!" What do you guys think she is doing? I think she's got a strategy. So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. Look at him. He's so tired. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired he didn't even move. Look who you see at the top of that castle. Well, it's not really a castle, it's more like a cave. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes. Your hair is all tangled, and you're wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you're dressed like a real princess. Now, how would you feel if somebody told you that? This is my favorite part. Ronald, said Elizabeth, your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum. They didn't get married after all. And I think she's happier because of it, because Ronald was not very nice to her. The end. Look at the back picture. It's Elizabeth covering herself because the dragon was burning down all those forests. This is the front cover. All right. So that's our first book for today. I hope you guys like that one. The next book that I have for you guys is called Ronald Morgan Goes to Bat. And this is by Patricia Riley Giff. And that is Ronald Morgan. And look at him. Everyone looks happy except for him. So let's see what this book is about. Look at this. Ronald Morgan. Look at him batting. Is that how you guys bat? Probably should not have your eyes closed, right? All right. He just looks so sad. Here we go. Baseball started today. Mr. Spano said everyone could play. Even me, I asked. And Tom said, you're letting Ronald Morgan play? He can't hit. He can't catch. He can't do anything. Mr. Spano looked at me. Everyone, he said. Yahoo! I yelled. I pulled on my red and white shirt, the one that says, Go Team Go, and ran outside to the field. 2 things, said Mr. Spano told us. Try hard and keep your eye on the ball. Then it was time to practice. Michael was up first. He smacked the ball with a bat. The ball flew across the field. Good, said Mr. Spano. Great slugger, I yelled. We'll win every game. It was my turn next. I put on the helmet and stood at home plate. Ronald Morgan, said Rosemary, you're holding the wrong end of the bat. Quickly, I turned it around. I clutched it close to the end. Look at him. Whoosh went the first ball. Whoosh went the second one. Wham went the third. It hit me in the knee. Are you all right? Asked Michael. But I heard Tom say, I knew it. Ronald Morgan's the worst. At snack time, we told Miss Tyler about the team. I don't hit very well, I said. And Rosemary said, the ball hits him instead. Everybody laughed, even me. I shook my head. I hope it doesn't happen again. Miss Tyler gave me some raisins. You have to hit the ball before it hits you, she said. We played every day. I tried hard, but the ball came fast. I closed my eyes and swung. If only he could hit the ball once, Rosemary said. And Billy shook his head. I couldn't tell them I was afraid of the ball. Go, team, go, I whispered. Now we know why he's not hitting the ball. He's scared of it. One day the team sat on the grass. We watched the 3rd grade play. They were big, they were strong, they were good. Johnny hit a home run and Joy tagged a man out. We'll never hit like that, said Tom. And Rosemary said, we'll never catch like that either. But I said, our team is the best. Mr. Spano nodded. That's the spirit, Ronald. Mr. Spano told us, now we'll run the bases. Rosemary, you can go first. Rosemary went fast. She raced for first base. Terrific, Speedy, I yelled. Let me go next, I said. I can do that too. But the field was muddy. My sneaker came off. Jimmy said, "That kid's running bases the wrong way." And Tom yelled, "Ronald Morgan, you're heading for third base." The next day we worked on catching. I was out in left field. While I waited, I found a stick and started to scratch out the mud. I wrote G for go. I wrote G for great. Our team is the best, I thought. Then I wrote H for hit, H for home run. If only I could do that. Just then I heard yelling. Someone had hit the ball. "Catch it, Ronald," Tom shouted. I put down the stick. I put up my mitt. Too late, the ball sailed into the trees. Mr. Spano took us for ice cream. "You deserve it for trying," he said. "Our team is really good." I had a chocolate cone. Michael's a slugger, I thought, and Rosemary can really run, but I'm still afraid of the ball. On the way home, we saw some kids playing ball. "Want to hit a few?" Michael asked. I shook my head. "Maybe I won't play ball anymore." Michael said, "We need you. You have spirit. You help the team feel good." "But how can we win?" I asked. "I can't even hit the ball." I saw my father and ran to catch up. "See you, Michael," I said. My father asked, "How's the champ?" "I'm the worst," I said. "I was the worst too," said my father. But then, "What?" My father laughed. "I stopped closing my eyes when I swung. Maybe that's what I do." "How about a little practice?" he asked. We went into the yard. My father threw me some balls. I missed the first one. I missed the second one. And then I opened my eyes and swung. Crack went the ball. "Ouch," went my father. "You hit me in the knee." "Home run," yelled my mother. "Sorry," I said. "Hey, I did it." My father rubbed his knee. "You certainly did," he said. I ran to pick up the ball. "See you later," I said. My father smiled. "Where are you going?" I grabbed the bat. "Some kids are playing ball. I think I'll hit a few." I looked back, and you know what else? I guess I'll stay on the team. I have spirit. And sometimes I can hit the ball. Mike was right. I think they need me. The end. I hope you guys like those 2 read-alouds for today. I look forward to reading more for you guys later on. Thanks.